Hey, I'm your host, Jen Wheeler, and this is the Healthy Her podcast. I'm a teacher, author, and foodie who went from being addicted to sugar, skipping meals, and struggling to get in control of my eating, to someone who is 10 kilos down, eats all the yummy foods without restriction, and is finally in control of my hunger. I'm obsessed with helping other health-conscious women ditch the confusion and overwhelm so they can cultivate healthy eating habits and truly thrive. The Healthy Her podcast was created to give you real talk about healthy eating, as well as easy, actionable tips that fit seamlessly into your busy lifestyle. I'm not just your host. Think of me as your healthy eating hype gal, your personal cheerleader as we chat all things healthy eating, weight loss, and mindset mastery, so you can become the healthiest, happiest version of you. So if you're ready to ditch the guilt, reclaim your confidence, and unlock the very best version of you, then you're in the right place. So let's get started. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Healthy Her podcast. I hope that wherever you are or whatever you are doing, that you've got a little quiet moment to yourself, whether that's during your morning walk or your gym routine, or whether you're listening to this on the couch at nighttime. I hope that the Healthy Her podcast is giving you just that little moment in your busy day that is just for you. So I hope you're doing this when you've got a special little moment and a little bit of time to yourself. Just before we jump into today's episode, I just want to remind you about the exclusive free masterclass that I am currently running. Now, as you know, my goal is to always help you as much as I can, and the masterclass is all about unlocking the secrets to healthy eating and weight loss success. I hold nothing back in this free masterclass. I give you exactly and tell you exactly why you find healthy eating and weight loss hard. I also explain to you exactly why anything that you've tried in the past, so like programs, weight loss challenges, F45 challenges, 75 hard, I'll explain to you why all of those things that you've tried in the past haven't worked. And I'm also giving you the exact tools that you need in order to reach your weight loss goals, to lose weight, and to eat healthy, sustainably, and consistently with your busy lifestyle, because we are all busy women juggling all of the things. So I hold nothing back in this free masterclass. And also too, at the end of the masterclass, which you can only get on this masterclass, I'm not offering this anywhere else, an incredible bonus. And like I've said previously, I don't know how long I will be offering this bonus for, because it is actually pretty insane. We've had quite a few women already jump on the exclusive bonus. So definitely watch the masterclass, get all the key takeaways, all the clarities, and check out that exclusive free bonus. To register for the masterclass, you can head to my Instagram. It's in my bio, or you can also head down to the show notes below and I'll pop the link to register below. It's free. There's no cost. Like I said, I'm not holding anything back, and I'm sharing everything with you in this free masterclass. And there'll also be a replay available, because I know we're all busy gals, so we can't always make the date and the time. So don't stress. There will be a replay if you can't make that time. Okay, let's jump into today's episode. So how to become a morning person, master your morning routine, fitness, health, and breakfast habits. So if you are new here, some of you may know a little bit about me already, but I love my morning routine. I thrive off my solid morning routine. I get up early. Sometimes it's like 5-ish. I go to the gym. I do a workout or a walk, whatever I'm feeling like. I come home, I make myself a healthy breakfast, or quite often I've meal prepped one of the Real Nourish mixes and I have that waiting for me in the fridge. I drink my water. Like, I really, really thrive off a predictable and a solid morning routine. But full disclosure, that was not always the case. I never used to be a morning girly. Please let me be really clear on that. So if you are looking at me and you follow me on social media and you're like, wow, Jen's got her shit together. She's just has a good morning routine. She does her workout. I never used to do any of those things. None of them. I was the girl that, when you had to set an alarm to get up, whether it's for work or whatever it was, I would be the girl that would leave it, like the most smallest window of possible that I would need to get ready. Like that was me. There was no like hour to get ready in the morning and a slow routine and all that kind of stuff. It was like, right, 20 minutes. How quickly can I get dressed and rush out the door? That was me. I would have a bowl of sugary cereal and quite often just take an orange juice with me as I went out the door. That was my breakfast. I struggled to get out of bed in the morning. I would hit that snooze button on my alarm multiple times. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because I know a lot of women beat themselves up for not being a morning person. And I just want to be super clear. I was not a morning person, was never for many, many years a morning person. And if I can do it and if I can make it happen and I'm a busy working mum, I've got 2 kids, then you can absolutely create a morning routine for yourself that you can truly thrive under. Because from someone who's gone from having 0 morning routine to someone now that I literally thrive off my morning routine. Like if I don't get my morning routine in, it throws me off for the entire day. So in today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you how you can create a successful morning routine and also to one that actually works for you, not one that just looks good on the outside and that you just really find hard to commit to, one that actually works for you. And I'll also give you a few tips about how you can still do your morning routine and some hacks for those insanely busy mornings. When stuff just goes bad and everything is going wrong. One of your kids throws up on the carpet and your boss is messaging you one of those mornings. I'm giving you some hacks of what you can do on those super busy mornings so that you can still get your morning routine in. Okay, so before I start talking about how you can create your successful morning routine, I really want you to be really clear on why you're doing this. Okay, so what I mean by that is I want you to be really clear that you are going to try and set yourself up a successful morning routine because of how it's going to make you feel. I do not want you to be listening to this episode and thinking, yeah, I need to be a 5 a.m. gym girly and I need to wake up and I need to do all this stuff in the morning and I need to have this perfect routine. I do not want you to start thinking that way because you think that that's what you should do. Okay. I want you to start exploring this morning routine for yourself because of how amazing it is going to make you feel. Not because everyone on social media is doing or it looks all shiny. I want you to do it because and think about doing it because of just how good you are going to get to feel when you find a solid morning routine that works for you. So just something to keep in mind while you're listening to the episode. Okay, let's talk about how we're going to create this successful morning routine. Also, notice that I didn't say perfect morning routine because I know a lot of people on social media are like, oh, this is my perfect morning routine and it's got this and it's got that and I journal and I do an ice bath and I meditate and there is no perfect morning routine. We are wanting to create a successful morning routine, one that works for you, one that works for your family, your work, your lifestyle, one that you can actually stick to, and one where you just feel really damn good after you have done your morning routine. So, number 1, how are we going to do this? 1, your routine has to work for you. It is no good copying someone else's morning routine. If you look at mine and you're going, oh, I wish I could do that too, and that doesn't work for you because, my kids are a little bit older now, so I can get up, I can go to the gym, kids are still asleep, so that makes things a little bit easier. But if you're not in that position, my morning routine and following what I'm doing is not going to work for you. It's just not. You're going to struggle to do it. So make sure that your morning routine works for you. So how do you do that? First off, you need to work out what's important to you. What's your goal with having a morning routine? Like I said, we're not doing this because it looks good on social media and because someone else is doing it. We're doing it because we want to start our day looking and feeling amazing. So what's important to you? Is morning movement important to you? Or are you like, nah, I'm fine. If I don't get it in the morning, I'll just do something after work. See, for me, that's a big fat no-no. If there is not exercise done at the start of my day, it's just not happening. I know from personal experience. I've tried it. I've gone, no, I'll sleep in or I won't do that and I'll do my exercise later. It doesn't happen because for me, my day, my work, my life, my kids, everything just gets so busy and moving my body and taking care of myself just becomes harder and harder. It just moves further away from something that's actually achievable. Whereas if I do it in the morning, I start my day that way, I'm guaranteed to do it. So for me, morning movement in some way is really important to me because I know, like I said, it's not happening later on. I'm not kidding myself. I know it's not happening. It will not happen. So for me, important to me is morning movement. What else is important to me in a morning routine? What's a priority for me? Having a high protein breakfast. That is a must have for me because again, I have learned from personal experience, if I skip breakfast or if I, I'll just have a little bit of yogurt or, I'll just have an apple and I'll walk out the door. I am starving an hour later, and that's where all of my food choices go bad from there for the rest of the day. I know that when I start my day with a high protein breakfast, that I'm full until lunchtime. I'm not picking around at food. I'm not stopping at 7-Eleven for a muffin and an iced chocolate or an iced coffee, and I can make smart food choices. So for me, it's movement and a healthy breakfast are really important to me. But again, those things may not be yours. Yours might be journaling or meditation. You might get a really good experience from those things and they really set you up for success and get you really clear on your day ahead. Those things might be a priority and a non-negotiable for you. So decide what those things are for you. And like I said, tune into what you want. Ignore what everyone else is doing. Ignore what I'm doing and work out what is important to you. So what things do you need to do at the start of your day and in your morning routine that will set you up for success, that make you feel good, that give you energy for the day, that make you feel amazing? What are those things? And make those things your priority. So you need to work out what they are as your number one. Okay, number two for your morning routine, you need to be flexible. It can't be, well, my morning routine is a workout at this time, breakfast at this time, journaling at that time, and then one of your kids wakes up sick or your boss calls you into work early or your husband's flying out for FIFO or whatever it is. You need to be flexible. So you need to have some plan Bs up your sleeve. So if it's, okay, well, I always get up and I do my morning workout on YouTube and you can't do that for whatever reason because there's a power outage or whatever, take the dog for a walk, go for a walk. You need to have a few plan Bs up your sleeve because what that will do is it'll stop you from quitting on yourself every time your perfect morning routine doesn't go to plan. And we do that. We do it so often. It's like, well, I had this really perfect morning routine planned out, but then this happened and that happened and this happened and I couldn't do it. So instead of waiting for everything to go to crap, have a few plan Bs up your sleeve because it will save your morning routine and it will mean that every time something goes bad or you get busy, you don't have to ditch yourself and your morning routine and making your wellness a priority, and that you can still prioritize those things in your morning. Okay, number three. If you want to have a successful morning routine, you need to make time for it. So if you are getting out of bed at the minimum amount of time to get organized for the day and get ready, it's most likely not enough. You need to allow yourself some more time in the morning so that you can fit in a morning routine. Things like getting up at the same time. Do that each day. You're actually making time for it. So set your new time and then get up at that same time every single day, which allows you that extra 20 minutes or 15 minutes or half an hour, however much time you've worked out that you need, and do that every single day. There's another thing, if waking up and getting out, if the first time you get out of bed is when your kids come into your room and climb on you and say, good morning, mum, or whatever, if that's not working for you, get up earlier. And I know you're probably listening to that and going, oh, but Jen, I'm so tired and I don't want to have to get up. If that's the only time in your day that you have that is for yourself and your health and your wellness, just do it. And I want to explain to you why. I felt exactly the same as you. I was like, I'm so tired. How am I going to get up earlier and go and work out before my kids wake up? And I eventually did it. I became a morning person because I set my alarm, and the way I started was I was doing it for 2 days a week. That was my first goal. So instead of going, right, well, I'm going to do 5 days a week, I was like, okay, 2 days. And then I built up to 3 days, and then I did 4 days. And that's how I slowly built up my morning routine over time because it made it achievable and it made it realistic. And what happens the more you do something, it becomes easy. Remember, our brains like familiar things. So, people say to me, but Jen, how do you get up? And I'm like, because I just do. I don't even set an alarm anymore. My body clock just wakes me up and it's like, okay, we're good to go. It's like brushing my teeth for me. It's just become so second nature. I just don't even think about it. And, just on that note, like I said, we're talking about getting up earlier to do your workout or your journaling or whatever your morning routine thing is, so you can fit it into your day. I just want to stress too, it's just a season. And that's something I got really stuck in. I was like, but I'm so tired and I don't want to get up. But then I also want to lose some weight and I also want to feel amazing and I want to go to the gym. And that's what I've learned. It's just a season. So if you've got young kids at home and you can't get to a gym and all you can do is home workouts, That's fine. That is your season for now. It will not be like that forever. So you need to really work with what you've got and work with the season that you're in. And also to just know that it's not going to be forever. Like things change, life changes, kids grow up, stuff happens, and you will move into a different season where you have more time or more flexibility, or you can pick and choose a bit more. So don't ever feel like if that's you and if you're in that time in your life that you're stuck there, because it's just a season and it will change and you will have more time and more flexibility. Okay, number 4, don't copy someone else's morning routine. I know we've talked about this. I said, don't copy mine. Don't copy someone else on YouTube or like whatever. You need to work out what a successful morning routine is for you. Okay. It is so important because it means that you'll stick to it. You'll achieve it. You'll be accountable to yourself and you'll just feel amazing. So make sure you are not copying someone else's morning routine. Okay. Number 5, you need to plan for success. It's that simple. Okay. And my morning routine only became successful because I started to plan for it. So old Jen that rolled out of bed with 5 minutes to spare and got ready in the quickest time possible and headed out the door with an orange juice, to the person that I am now, I got to this point because I planned for my success. So I didn't just cross my fingers and wish and hope and like rely on motivation. Yeah, motivation will get me through. Motivation will get me up. Motivation will create my perfect morning routine. No, it won't. It happens because I made time for it and I planned for it. And when you plan for things, it makes doing the thing a whole lot easier. Are you tired of the endless struggle to eat healthy and nail your meal prep routine? Introducing the Real Nourish Do-It-Yourself Meal Prep Mixes, the ultimate solution for busy women like you. When I went on my own personal health journey, I discovered the many benefits of meal prep. And after much searching, I just couldn't find a meal prep mix that was designed especially for women. So I literally decided to create my own. Trust me, as a busy working mum, meal prep has changed my life. Our mixes are packed with protein to keep you energized and feeling full. Our mixes can be whipped up in under 10 minutes, perfect for your on-the-go lifestyle. Using our award-winning pancake tray bake mix means you can say goodbye to standing over a hot stove, flipping pancakes. Simply add water, toss in your favorite fruits, and bake. If you're ready to revolutionize your meal prep game, you can find my mixes at theactivebod.com or follow us on Instagram at realnourish_. And as a special thank you to our Healthy Her community, we have a discount code. So just enter the code, the Healthy Her, at the checkout. Okay, so how do we make this morning routine? So we've worked out what we want, we worked out what it's going to look like, what it's going to involve. And like I said, it can have whatever parts of a morning routine are important to you. Like I said, for me, it's the movement, high protein breakfast, and some water. They're non-negotiables for me. Yours might be meditation. Yours might be journaling. Yours might be an ice bath. Yours might be like a morning walk around your suburb with your dog. Like it might be a Pilates class. It can be whatever is important to you. So get really clear on what you want that to be. Okay, so to make our morning routine a habit, all right, we want to be doing this thing regularly. Like I said, start small. Okay, so just choose a couple of days and go, okay, so if you've decided, right, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go and do an early morning workout, you're going to wake up at 5 o'clock, just do it twice a week. That's it. Okay, that's all you want to do. And then when that starts to feel doable and achievable and you're sticking to that thing, then you can add another day and do 3 days. So just start small, build your confidence, and then add in days to your morning routine as you go. The other big one I want to explain to you, and this has helped me so much in like literally so many areas of my life, not just health, wellness, also with motherhood, with kids, running a house and a family. Your day starts the night before. That's it. Your day starts the night before. So the more that you can do to organize yourself the night before, the easier your following day and the easier your morning routine is going to be. So for me, the night before, it's filling up my water bottle. I get my gym clothes out because sometimes I've got stuff in the wash or I can't find a pair of socks or, I don't want to be doing that stuff in the morning. I just want to get dressed, go out the door, and I just want to reduce the number of decisions that I have to make in order for me to get a morning workout in the morning. And that's how I do that. It's because I start my day the night before. So gym clothes out, if the kids are at school, like it's lunches made, it's those little tiny things that make a massive difference to how successful my morning routine is. Because I know if I didn't do those things, my morning would just go to crap. It really would, because mornings are hectic, they are busy, they are stressful. As women, we are juggling all of the things, especially in the morning. So I know that if I didn't start my day the night before, I just wouldn't have a morning routine and it would just be incredibly difficult. The other one too that I do to like how I start my day the night before is a meal prep breakfast. I know I bang on about this all the time. If you are not, or if you haven't meal prepped your breakfast and you're a busy working woman or mum, stay-at-home mum, or whatever you are doing, get onto meal prepping your breakfast. It is a game changer. And I know it sounds like, yeah, right, Jen, what's it going to do for me? It's reducing one of those decisions that you have to make. Okay. And that's quite often why as women, we just end up with coffee out the door or a piece of half-eaten toast that's cold. If you meal prep your breakfast, it sets you up for success. And that's why I created the Real Nourish meal prep mixes, to make it easier for women to start their day with a high protein breakfast, because you can prep it in 10 minutes. You can add whatever fruit you want. It's low in calories, it's high in protein, and you can head out the door. That is why I meal prep my breakfast, because it makes eating healthy consistently easy, because it's one less thing that I have to think about. Like I said, I don't have to find my socks or my gym clothes. I'm not looking around for my water bottle. My keys are at the door waiting for me. When I get home and everyone's awake and it's like all systems go, my meal prep breakfast is there waiting for me in the fridge. It's all about reducing those decisions that you have to make in the morning that will make your morning routine super, super successful. So as promised, I did say that I would share with you some of my hacks for those busy mornings. So hopefully by now you've kind of worked out what you want your morning routine to look like. You've decided that you're going to stop copying everyone else's, and what your non-negotiables are, so that you can start your day feeling good, looking good, having energy. That's how you want to start your day. You want to start your day like that, not rushing around like a crazy person and trying to do all these things and skipping breakfast and having no exercise. And no one wants that, because it sets you up for failure as soon as you walk out the door, and then you're at work and you just spend all day feeling burnt out, frazzled, tired, overwhelmed. You want to leave your house in the morning and start your day, or with, like I said, with your, like a stay-at-home mum, you want to start your day and feel calm and collected and, like you've taken a moment for yourself. And that's where having a successful morning routine comes in. But we do have those mornings where everything goes to crap, nothing goes to plan, life is throwing you all at the things. So what can you do on those mornings? This is what I like to do, and I'm hoping that these things are going to help you too. I will just choose the things on that day that are going to give me the most impact and what's most important to me. Okay, so a workout might be off the cards, but I'll still make sure I have my high protein breakfast, because I know that will have a massive impact on how I feel, how I eat, what foods I say yes to, what foods I say no to, how much chocolate I eat. If you've got this morning routine that has these few things in it, just stick to the ones that you think are going to have the most impact for that day, and just do one or two things. Shift your mindset from this belief of, oh, well, I can't do anything in my morning routine that I plan, so I'll just ditch all of it and I'll do nothing. Something is always better than nothing. And you don't have to drop everything when it comes to looking after yourself just because things are throwing things at you. You can still do part of it. So choose what's important, or choose what's going to give you that most impact. My other advice for your morning routine and for busy mornings, try not to skip more than 2 or 3 days. Consistency creates momentum. Like I mentioned earlier, my morning routine is easy now because I consistently did it over a period of time. So now it feels easy. You have to do that. So if you have 3 days of this really great morning routine, you feel amazing and you've done some movement and you've had a healthy breakfast, you might have done some journaling, and then you don't do it for a week, it is going to be harder again to pick it up again. Okay, so don't wait for perfect to pick up your morning routine again. Even if you can just do a bit or something, or one part of your morning routine, just do that and then just build on it again. Don't just completely drop the ball and do nothing when you have a really busy time or a super busy period in your life, because it's so much harder to pick things up and go again. And my last tip for those busy mornings is don't aim for perfect. Okay. If everything is falling apart and you just can't do any of your morning routine, that's okay. Just pick something. Pick one thing and let that be okay for your morning routine, because doing that one thing is still going to make you feel loads better than doing nothing at all. And like I said, we want to ditch that mindset of, well, I can't do it all perfectly and I can't do it exactly the way I planned, so I'll just do nothing at all, because then you just back to that sort of restrictive, stuck mindset again. And we're all about you feeling confident and empowered and in control and being able to make the choices that you want so you can feel healthy, look amazing, and start your day the right way. I hope that you have found today's episode really helpful. Whether you've already got a morning routine or whether you want to tweak your morning routine or whether you are literally starting from scratch with your morning routine, I hope that you've got lots of tips from today's episode about how you can make it work for you and your busy lifestyle. Because let's be honest, like so much of the stuff that is out there is not made for busy women. It's just not. We've got work, we've got kids, we're juggling all these things, and we don't have time to do like a 2 or 3 hour morning routine with journaling and ice bathing and meditation and like a sauna and a workout and, like lemon water and all of these things is just not realistic. So it's all about finding a morning routine that you can feel successful in, that you can feel good, and that you can do for the long term. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the show so you don't miss an episode. Leave us a 5-star review because it means the world to me. And also too, when you do, it lets other women know that the Healthy Her podcast community is a safe and amazing place that they can get lots of tips and advice. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and I'll see you all in our next one. Thank you so much for tuning in to another empowering episode of the Healthy Her podcast. If you enjoyed today's chat and found it helpful, hitting that follow or subscribe button would be amazing because your support means the world to me. Come connect with me on Instagram @theactivebod for your daily dose of inspiration and for loads of new easy meal ideas. Take care and keep thriving. See you next week.